People who watch my second channel will get the reference. So as you can see, I got WWE 2K20 on PS4. What am I supposed to do with that information? Well, I really wanted to make this video because after playing the PS4 version, because I've been playing on PC for this whole time, well, this whole time is basically, if you combine every time I've played, maybe 5 hours, my opinion on this game changed a little. Now don't get me wrong, this game still doesn't get me hard, it doesn't even get me half chubbed, but I don't think it's that bad. So why did I get this game? Well, first of all, it was actually pretty cheap. It was like $35 for a deluxe edition, which is actually pretty cheap. And I actually want to own every single WWE game, and I will buy them in the future, so why not? And most importantly, I still get this urge to play wrestling video games, and now when we don't have a new one, 2K21, at least I'll have this one sometimes to play a couple of matches. So I decided to get it. Not quite sure why I got a deluxe edition. I mean, the DLC is horrible, and the only reason, I guess, The Fiend and maybe Hogan. I mean, what's the point? Frankenstein is already in the game. And let me tell you my experience with the PC version of the game first. So basically, I got this game on Steam, and I would say 60% of the time when I try to play a match, it freezes on a loading screen. So that is my experience. The game itself I never really had a big problem with, but the way it runs was atrocious. I take my words back, I do have a problem with this game, but not necessarily with the gameplay itself. So I stopped playing this game, I don't know man, a week after it got released, and I barely touched it ever since. I decided to get it on Steam because PC version of this video game looks just so much better. So now, when I tried this PS4 version, you can really see the difference, especially in matches where we have a bunch of people, and not necessarily in the Royal Rumble. I mean, you can see a big difference, but I found the biggest decrease in graphics when I played inside Elimination Chamber. The game looked so much worse. Keep in mind, I'm playing on the very first PS4. I don't have a PS4 Pro or even Slim, but let me tell you, visually, PC version always looks the best. We'll see how it goes with PlayStation 5. After playing this version of the game, I kinda wanna make another, not necessarily a review, but my final thoughts video, because my experience was a lot different, and maybe my other videos are kinda unfair. The biggest problem about this game that everyone is talking about are the glitches. I mean, when you look up on YouTube WWE 2K20 glitches, you can see a lot of stuff. Some of it actually turns me on, if I'm being honest, but some of it is just funny and some of it looks scary. Now, I barely got any. Of course, you got Dolph Ziggler's hair going all over the place. You get managers just disappearing and flying, and you get that kind of stuff, but nothing that breaks the game. Like, I don't even mind that type of crap. It's funny, and you rarely actually get it, so maybe we kinda exaggerate this stuff. Then again, it was probably an update that fixed most of it. Like I've told you, the biggest problem I had with the PC version was the crashes. Now, did I get any crashes on this version? Kinda. Now, if I would play this game for 5 hours, I've played this quite a lot actually, I would get one crash, and it happens at random times. You would think that it wouldn't crash, but for me it crashed during a Create a Championship and Universe mode. I probably talked about this, but the gameplay is actually a bit better than WWE 2K19. The biggest thing that they improved that actually, appeared in this game after an update is that every time you hit a move, the ring ropes are bouncing, giving you that impact, which is actually pretty cool. The sound effects are amazing. Every time you're wrestling against a bigger dude, you can kinda feel it by the way the wrestlers are moving. Just small changes, but overall, I wouldn't go back to WWE 2K19, if that makes any sense. So I don't really have a problem with the gameplay, I think it's just fine. The problem I have with this game is actually game modes, because even though the gameplay is fun, I guess, I don't really have a reason to play this game. I mean, 2K didn't give us that. Yes, it has a bunch of game modes like 2K Showcase, Universe mode, Career mode, but let's be honest, all of them suck. This was actually the worst My Career mode of all time. I won't even touch it. I didn't finish it. I saw it on YouTube. It was horrible. Very cringy actually, and more like a movie than actual career mode. And I believe they should introduce a new career mode where you can actually control your career instead of a story mode. There's a big difference between a story mode and a career mode. 2K Showcase always sucked. I mean, yes, they did a great job with it, with the cutscenes. But I just don't care. I saw that on the WWE Network. Most of it I wouldn't even watch on the WWE Network if I'm being honest. So I don't even want to play it. If you will give me, I don't know, Randy Orton's greatest matches, storylines, I might play. This ain't it. And don't get me started on this whole DLC, 2K Originals or whatever it's called. Dude, I'm looking at this and I have no urge to play this, like, at all, man. This is horrible. I remember people getting excited in the community. I was like, dude, don't get excited. It's just a bunch of skinned superstars. It's gonna be boring. And I had to unlock the Fiend by beating 5 or 6 superstars, basically Sting, Undertaker. It was super easy, first of all. And second of all, it's the same crap all the time. It was one of the most boring things in a video game I ever had to do, but I needed the Fiend to put in the universe mode. One thing that I've noticed is that the roster feels kinda small. Now, by no means it's small, it's actually pretty big, but the absence of superstars like Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, you can really feel that. 2K22's roster is gonna be even smaller with all the releases, so it's kind of a shame. I wish we could get all of these superstars that are with different companies still in the game. Now you can actually do that on the PC version with the mods, but I mean, it's not the same. Most of you are gonna get this game on PlayStation 4 as well, and you should, because they don't give a flying fuck about the PC version. I'm pretty sure all of you do that already, and I'm doing that since SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I pick one superstar in universe mode and I play it like a career mode. It's actually better than their actual career modes. So I've been playing with my wife. I picked one superstar, she picked one superstar, and we just play all the matches that we get. We don't change anything, we just play these matches, and it's actually a lot of fun, you know. You don't get a lot of the same cutscenes because you're basically playing not that many matches. I did see a few new cutscenes. It's mostly the same, but I think I saw like 2 or 3 new cutscenes. Nothing impressive, don't get me wrong, it wasn't anything impressive. But I believe Universe Mode needs a complete overhaul because it does get boring. If I would play every match, man, I would... 2 months maybe, 2 months in the Universe Mode, not actual months. And I'm bored. I wouldn't play it anymore. So after playing this game, the fixed version, after all the updates, I gotta say, it's not that bad. The gameplay is better. The game modes suck, but I mean, now we won't have WWE 2K21, so they know their mistakes, they know they were wrong, and I'm actually glad we're not getting a next game, because even though it wasn't that bad, let's be fair, it's one of the weakest games of the series. But like I've said, after playing this game, I've realized WWE 2K22 has a lot of potential. If they fix this game to the point that I don't get that many glitches and it barely crashes, I mean, now all they gotta do is fix it completely and add new stuff. Just add a bunch of new stuff, mainly give us some good game modes. And I also might make some content out of it, I'll think about it, but I don't really have any ideas. I might play career mode just for laughs. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. I know I will hate it, but if you guys want me to play the career mode, I might do it. I don't know. I'll think about it. So if you never got WWE 2K20 because of all the glitches and you really want to play a wrestling game with a newer roster, I don't know, maybe you should get it. I don't know if I would recommend it, but it's very cheap right now for obvious reasons. From my experience, it wasn't that bad. So like I've said, the point of this video was to give you my final thoughts, because after playing the game with all the updates on a different console system, my opinion shifted a bit, and these are my final thoughts about the game. It's okay. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.